Well, the more I think about it, these Benghazi attacks, or not the Benghazi attacks, but the fact that that's back in the news, back in the forefront, whatever, what's going on right now. Benghazi, we were lied to. The president did know that the attack was a terrorist attack. They gave the stand down order, which again they all denied. The more I think about that, the more I think about what the webbot said would be coming soon. However, before I get into that, I guess I have to say this every great once in a while, because I get new subscribers and they ask sometimes, Joe or J-Step4, why do you have advertisements play whenever your video starts? Like, some people don't have that. Why do you have that? And I guess people don't know, so I'll be glad to tell you that if you do videos on YouTube and you allow them to put those ads on there, which it's free to sign up and do it, you will actually make it's really small, but you do get pennies, literally, when that video ad plays. And if somebody actually clicks on the ad, you get paid more. If someone doesn't click on it but they watch the whole thing, you still get paid something. If they just hit the skip button, you don't get paid anything. However, that's part of the terms. It is what it is. If people click, then they click. If they don't click, if they watch it or they don't watch it, it's up to the person. But everybody that has a YouTube channel that has those ads will actually make it. Again, it's usually pennies per video thing that plays per person. Now, having said that, if you think about this for a second, and you're one of these people that has a lot of subscribers, and there's tens of thousands of views on every single video you do, that kind of thing, not that all 10,000 or whatever people are going to watch the ad. Most of them are not going to watch it at all. So there's only a very small percentage of people who will actually sit through and watch the ad or click on it or whatever. But again, if that was 2,000 people out of 10,000 people that watch the video, 2,000 people times, I don't know, 10 cents or 9 cents or something, there's, there's a little bit of money to be made, kind of thing. And as I always said, I'd do this no matter what, whether I was getting paid or not. But the fact that it didn't cost me anything to do it, and I do get paid a little bit of money, well, hell, it doesn't hurt. Every now and then I got to buy a new camera, I got to buy some new software, you know what I mean? That helps. I'm doing this for free, It's like I'm getting paid to do this, so I have to incur those expenses whenever I do things like that. So anyways, that's why you see video ads playing when J-Snip4 and Pastor Owl at the same time. I told him a long time ago, let's do it because it's free and let's see what happens. And we've been happy, I'd be a lot happier if I had a heck of a lot more subscribers watching, my videos, but, it is what it is. I'm happy with what I got, So anyways, back on Benghazi, the webbot recently, the one I just did, the two-part thing I just did, days ago, was talking about how, matter of fact, it may have even been his, no, it wasn't the Wujo thing. Everything was just the regular old webbot thing that he's doing now, the IDR reports, immediacy data reports. And he said something like, there's something in the data, it may be another false flag, it could be tied to the bomb in Boston, but I don't think so. I don't think it is. It may be something else, in which it's going to expose the government once and for all as the ones doing it. They're the problem, they're the ones causing the problem, it's them. So I started thinking, number one, the Boston bombings, these three guys, three police officers, like I did the video, I guess yesterday or whatever, the three police officers that were at Sandy Hook and gave the interview, who were first on scene, and this is what we saw. These are the same three clowns that were at the Boston Marathon bombing. So what are they? They're police officer by day, secret agent by night, or whatever, or who knows what they were doing there. But they're easily caught on film. It's the same three guys, same three police officers work in the Sandy Hook Police Department, and they're special ops at night or something. You know what I mean? Come on. And they have black backpacks like the ones that blew up the bombs. I mean, that had the bombs in them. Okay. So that's one thing that I'm really starting to think about. But the Benghazi thing. It is now completely confirmed that they gave the stand down order to the supporting military we had ready to bomb the crap out of the bad guys who were shooting and blowing up, shooting the RPGs at the compound, the consulate or whatever in Benghazi, where our guy, whatever Stevens, I think his last name was, the Ambassador Stevens was at. And Hillary Clinton talked to the parents. No, this was a radical Muslim film that someone made in America, that we're going to get to the bottom of this, because this caused a riot and got them people pissed off over there and burned down the embassy. And then that turned out to be a lie. So they lied straight face to the parents of this guy. You know, that's what they do best, of course. So they lied about that. No, there was never a stand down order. That's absurd. Well, now it has come out as of the last 2 days, literally, there absolutely was a stand down order. I mean, there was a stand down order. Don't shoot, let the place burn. Where else have we heard that in history? Oh, I know a place. Or a place in time. When the USS Liberty flagship was being bombed, that was in 1962 or 67, maybe. Maybe in 67. And we said it was the enemy, they bombed us, how dare them, so it escalated the war back then, you know. And that was a lie. Because here's what, you know, speaking of the stand down order, the president at that time, which was Johnson, said to the captain of the naval fleet, who dispatched some jets to go and defend the USS Liberty ship, because they were radioing back that they were under attack, and it was just a flagship or whatever. It's not a ship that could really defend itself, and it was, like, you know, 50 miles away, or I'm not sure the exact length away it was from the rest of the fleet. So anyways, he sees the airplane, the jets, coming back and landing after he already told him to go over there, give our boys some help. So he calls wherever, downstairs, whatever, on the ship, what the hell's going on, why are these ships landing? Sir, the president called, told us to turn the ships around, or the planes around. So he calls President Johnson directly, and I quote, if I remember it properly, the president said, "You turn those planes around now. That goddamn ship has to sink." End quote. Stand down order was given by the president. And since history repeats and all, you know, since it does repeat and all, you think there's a slight chance that another stand down order was just given back when this Benghazi thing happened and our guy was killed, and the Predator drone operator said the night before, mysteriously, his drone was disarmed, wasn't armed, was supposed to be, and wasn't. And then the other people, of course, got the stand down order. So is this now the rehashing, the re-bringing up of Benghazi? Is this what the Webbot said would be coming very soon, that would expose the government once and for all as the culprits, the one who do this stuff, these false flag attacks on ourselves, the allowing of terrorist attacks, the allowing of things like this? The 1993 World Trade Center bombing was allowed to happen. The FBI gave the guy a real bomb, and he drove it under the World Trade Center and blew it up. You know, didn't cause a whole lot of damage, thank God, but the informant questioned them and said, okay, going over the plan, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to see him again, I'm going to give him the fake bomb. No fake bomb. He's getting a real bomb. We're giving him a real bomb. Yeah, but we'll catch him before he gets into the van. Oh, okay. Which was not procedure, but oh, okay. And this guy's just an informant, so he doesn't know. Gives the bomb. Oh, we couldn't get him in time. Traffic, and the guy got away, was able to detonate it. Now, once again, you didn't hear that in the mainstream news. All you heard was a terrorist attack happened. The head of the Dallas and Memphis FBI office, that region, can't remember his name, but he's been on the Alex Jones show many times, said that that's what happened. He's the one that said that that's what happened. This wasn't a conspiracy. This wasn't some guy saying, oh, I know somebody who knows somebody. This was the head of that region FBI, Dallas FBI office, Dallas and Memphis, and one other one. I can't remember the other one. So our government, and so do other governments, by the way, because government is government. Doesn't matter where you are. Do these things. And yes, the great old USA does it too. And by God, it appears we're the worst ones. Based off of everything I've ever discovered and researched, by God, it appears we're the worst ones. We're supposed to be the greatest nation, but we're the worst ones. Just like the greatest, richest people didn't get there by chance. They got there by lying, stealing, cheating, buying off politicians, etc., etc., etc. That's how they got there. That's how they keep their wealth. How do these banks continue to make record-breaking profits every quarter when at the same time getting nailed by the Security and Exchange Commission with cease and desist orders saying stop raping the energy market, stop raping the commodities market, stop raping the wheat market, stop raping the such and such market, cease and desist, pay a multi-millions of dollars fine, and don't do it again. Oh, okay. And then they do it again. Pay a fine, don't do it again. All right, won't do it again. Pay a fine, don't do it again. I won't do it again. Pay a fine, and it just keeps going. Just keep going. Well, how is someone going to stop when they pay millions of dollars in fines, but make billions of dollars in profit doing it? Breaking the law, make billions, pay them off, basically pay a fine, when the Security and Exchange Commission has more authority to do more than make them pay a fine, can actually shut them down once and for all and say, I've warned you enough times, you're done. Well, who's in charge of the Security and Exchange Commission that would keep allowing them to just pay these measly fines? Well, that would be former bankers. The former bankers are in charge of the Security and Exchange Commission. You didn't know that? Yeah, that's how that works. So anyways, using the same example of the corruptedness, that's even a word, of people who have these corporations, it's a business model to rape and pillage and then pay a fine. That's how they get to the top. They have to cheat, lie, and steal. Take that and put it into our country and say, well, does our country do that? And it does too. It lies, cheats, and steals other people's oil, other people's governments. We just overthrow them through little war proxies and put our guys in charge over there. A democracy will come into Libya now. And as I said before I did the video, when they were overthrowing Libya, as soon as that was pretty much done and Gaddafi was dead, 2 weeks before, I think it was 2 weeks, around there, before it happened, before he was finally gone, I hear news that the rebels in Syria have created an oil company and have created their own central bank. It's on standby waiting to be used. And all the gold that Gaddafi had for his country was given to the bankers in exchange for a central bank flush full of cash. And the cash that they got was from the sale of the gold. So they got a paper central bank, like the rest of us have, that's failing miserably, and gave up their gold, not because the people wanted to give it up, but because the new government said it was okay. And the new government was these rebels, which aren't rebels. These are people that we put in power. So, having said that, little educational speech from Jason at 4 for you there. Is Benghazi coming back up in our faces, proving that Obama and them gave the stand-down order? Is that what the webbot talked about? It very well could be, but maybe not. Maybe another event's fixing to happen, and I want to talk about that in the second video.